Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for September 21st, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 17, and if you add the 1 and the 7 together, you get the number 8. The number 8 is the shape of two intersecting squares. It is a symbol of the breath of the compassionate, that spark of life that is given to us from the divine to bring our spirit into this dimension. The number 8 is the reminder that with every breath, we support our own rebirth and renewal. Some things that give life can be seen, and some are a complete mystery. It is the sign that the lower world of the physical and the upper spiritual world and heaven are connected in this narrow band of breath. In Christianity, the 888 is the number for Christ, indicating that he was the resurrection and the life. The number 8 is the number of regeneration. In the positive, the number 8 is emotionally healing because it supports the release of pent-up emotions and the feelings that block the natural flow of life force energy. When we breathe fully and allow the breath of life to flow through, that supports the acceptance of all emotions. Learning to allow the body to release and flow without judgment is how we learn to transcend this plane of existence and move us into the infinite once again. In the negative, this number indicates that we may still have deep sorrow, grief, pain, loneliness, disappointment, and abandonment issues to work through. Today, take some time to breathe and allow yourself to relax and move through the obvious blocks that prevent us from knowing what is really happening within. Life is about learning acceptance in all things, especially those things that we cannot personally control. Stepping away from life is never the pathway that will allow us to find those connections that give us that desire to engage fully in this world. We are learning to embrace all that is. We are learning to tell ourselves the truth. We are learning that there is always more to do and experience. The astrology today. Today's Aries moon supports us in being courageous and direct. We want to deal with all things that arise quickly and confidently, but it will oppose Mars, making some react to some small slights and perceived upsets. Venus and Pluto will quintile, and that can lead to a more comfortable way to look at our money situation and how we engage our relationships. The sun is sesquiquadrate with Uranus this evening and will make us want to take more action, but those actions may seem confusing and disjointed. Intentions are stronger and pushing us forward, but the direction seems a bit unclear. Expect plans to shift, and this seems to be consistent problem. It seems to be a consistent problem as of late. While patience is a virtue, it seems to just be that being patient alone is not enough. That is why we need to try new ways that lead towards useful patterns that support all of us to grow and learn. My quote for today: take a breath, take some time. You cannot get it all done in one lifetime. Try hard to make places for peace. That is the only way to make the chaos cease. I know you wished for another dream, one that was filled with joy and moonbeams, but life offered up something else instead, one that challenged us and even brought dread. In the challenge, we discovered something new. Hidden powers are revealed and break through. In the time it takes to worry and become distraught, we could have instead grown and been taught. I learned to love by letting go of the control that my mind wanted to know. When we learned that all that we thought was not intended to be a garrote, it was intended to expand the mind in ways that allowed for us to be more kind. And my blog for today. There is so much distress and fear running in this world. I hear it in the voices of those clients that are seeking ways to understand and get a grip on the rapid and confusing patterns that are personally unwinding in all of their lives. This is a time that is beyond the obvious games of politics and power. I know everyone wants to go there. But if we listen, and I mean really listen, we will hear something so much more massively shifting in our cosmic space. It is so large that it is a powerful undercurrent that we can hear, feel, and sense. Notice I did not say you could completely see it. That is because something is happening below our normal levels of vision and insight. I have people asking about the accuracy of intuitive knowing on a consistent basis. This is because everyone senses that what is happening is beyond our normal patterns of checks and balances. We're beyond our rational mind. We are not in the old world. We do not know the rules yet of this new world forming. And people are asking questions, real questions that are more important for things happening right now in this world. They want to make the best choices possible, but to questions that are not yet even clear. They are seeking beyond their comfort zones and looking into the murky abyss of the cosmic realms. This is a powerful moment in the evolution of spiritual consciousness. It is a moment when the people's faith in human laws of the land have failed them, and they look towards the understanding the greater cosmic laws that rule this reality. Human failings have never been more obvious. Human weaknesses and idiosyncrasies are revealed as the cause and downfall of all things that are good in the world. Religions are revealed as tainted and stained with the blood of the people by egomaniacs, powermongers, and greed. Truths have been twisted into ropes used to hang, torment, and cause suffering to those in the greatest despair and need. It is in such moments that something must change. Somewhere there is another answer, and somehow we have to search for that answer in places foreign and unfamiliar. And this is how we can finally make the vast and rapid changes that are required. There are things happening that the common people do not cognitively have any awareness over, but they can feel them. They can sense that there are forces for good blasting rock out of our stuck foundations and making pathways that have yet to be created. There are angels in charge of such moments, and the legions of those angels are responding to the calls, hints, and impulses to do those steps that are going to eventually make sense at a later time. We just need to learn to listen, respond, and follow this crooked pathway out of the maze of hate and fear, and take all of us back out into the light of the human potential. Thanks, everyone.